Hey there, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell.
Good morning, crypto fans. We are back and we are live. Today is June 10th. We're having a look here at BTC USD up 2.01% for the day. Really good run up here. Let's see how far we got up here. We came from the bottom. We're up about 23% after hitting that bottom down there about 31K. So let's have a look at support and resistance for BTC. You got support 36,684.24. And we have resistance up here that we're trying to get through at 37,965 for BTC USD. Also, keep an eye on this RSI as we start to climb up into the overbought territory. And we do have the 12-day moving average crossing over the 26 like we like it. So we got to get up there. We are above the 100-day moving average. So we have that additional support moving on. Let's have a look at ETH USD. This is Ethereum. Ethereum down about 0.5%, or I should say almost 1%. So we're looking at support at 2524.72 and resistance up there at the 2631.11. Trying to get above these two moving averages here, the 26 and the 100-day moving average. So looking for that to get back into the trade zone for ETH. Let's move on to Binance Coin, BNB USD. Very similar pattern here. 366.407 is your support. Resistance up there above that 26-day at 378.806. And we are above the 100-day as well, I should mention. Well, let's move on to Cardano, down 2.27% for the day. We're getting some resistance there just underneath that 26-day at 1.60. And there's your support level right there. Yes, 1.563 for ADA USD. Have a look at PolkaDot, DOT USD, as I indicated, leading the charge for the alts, up 3.29%. Above the 100-day moving average now. We did get the reverse cross there, so keep an eye on that as that 26-day is curling upward as well as the 12-day, so that's looking favorable for more upside potential. Support 22.99, resistance 24.712. Moving on to the Doge. Resistance 0.3465 and support up there, very tight range, 0.3355 for Doge. And watch out for that 26 and 100-day, I should say, 100-day moving averages. Moving on to Litecoin, going red to green as we speak, so up about 0.10%. And for the day, I should add, we have support at the 169.94, resistance 173.48. Those folks that bought the dip are sitting pretty right now. Well, let's move on to Chainlink, LINK USD. Down about 3.5%. So Chainlink trying to get back up through. You see we are encountering that resistance right there at 24.740. And new support levels right here on this 12-day moving average at the 24.185. Heading on over to Decentraland, XLM USD. So resistance up above there at the 0.359 and support tight range there 0.351806. Heading over to Vechain, VET USD. 0.120 is your resistance. Support level above the 12-day 0.1149. Let's move on to FIL USD. Support is 75.731, resistance 78.60, so that's been pretty much the norm for a day or so. Moving on to Storj, STORJ, it's going red to green as well. We're watching it climb up, so we're going to look for resistance at the point, I should say 1.039, and support on that 12-day moving average and the previous low, $1. And we'll inch this stop up here just beneath those support levels. Moving on to IOTA, Internet of Things. Down about 2%. So we're looking at resistance at the 1.88, or I should say 1.18, trying to close above this 100-day moving average. So sandwiched in between the 100-day and the 12. And you got some support at the 1.151. Head over to comp, COMP USD. We're going to see resistance there. We'll be more optimistic as we get, look like we're going to get through that 12-day. So resistance 364.826. As the Bitcoin magnet brings all these alts up with it. 340.396. Support. And just beneath there. Moving on to basic attention coin, BAT USD. Resistance up at the 0.705. And support there on the 12-day at 0.6756. As well as you have this previous low is where I'm getting the support level. Moving on to ETCU SD. All the way up there, resistance at 61.972. And support at the 59.37. Stop loss beneath that moving average right there. Moving on to MANA, MANA USDC. Surprised to see Doge didn't jump up with its listing on Coinbase. So that was kind of disappointing for a lot of people. So looking at support, 0.709 and resistance up there to 0.7414. And all these names here are down around anywhere from 2.5% to 1.5%. So pretty common here. Pretty common patterns as the day goes by. So looking at support for ZIL, ZIL USD at 0.111. Resistance 0.117. So tight range here in between these two moving averages. Let's head over to NU USD. Slight descending. This looks like a bull flag to me. Pin it if you want to call that. So we have resistance 0.3374 and support right there. Need to get above those two averages converging 0.320. NMR USD. This one's down a little bit more than the others, 3.82% if I can get my words going this morning. $44 is your resistance, that round psychological number, and 43.52 is your support. Head over to the graph token, GRT USD. Struggling to get above that 12-day moving average, so we're looking at resistance 0.707 and lots of support there at the 0.688. So tight range here. So we'll be keeping an eye on the breakout, which in either direction. Let's go on to UNI USD, Uniswap. Resistance right there at the 25.248 and support is right there at the 23.999. Moving on to AAVE USD. Where are we at? We're right there. 333.18 is your resistance level to look for, and look for support to hold up right there. So very tight range as we squeeze in there. 327.54. Head over to MKR USD. And pretty much we are looking at support at the 3187.57 and resistance 333.915. Looking at MATIC, MATIC USD. Resistance up at the 1.50 round number and support at the 1.429. Head over here to SOL USD. This name is up 1.39%. As you can see, nice run up here. Still in its uptrend. You can call this inverted head and shoulders. So we're looking up here at the 43.993 and is resistance. And we do have some support to hold back if we need to, 41.85. RSI in good shape, and we did get the favorable cross, the 12 over the 26 and have the 100 down here. And as you see, this is the perfect touchdown on the 100-day moving average. Retest that and blast off. So let's move on to audio. Audio down for the day 1.32%. And we have resistance up at the 1.06, and we have support right there at the 1.022. Head over to Cheese, CHZ, USD. Lots of tops right in there at the 0.243. And support is down at the 0.233. Very tight range here as we watch these two move forward. Looking at Theta, THETA USD. We got a little optimistic there, so let's come down. Here we go. There's resistance 9.194. And look for support levels here at the 8.925. Inching our stop loss up a little tighter there. So ENJB USD is the one we are looking at, and we are going to look at the 1.36 resistance here on the 4-hour time frame, and we have support there at the 1.324. We'll ease that stop loss up. There we go. Looking at ONE, Harmony 1. Lots of tops right there. Could not get above that 26-day moving average. His volume is tapering off. So looking at resistance there at the 0.0916 and got some support here just above that 12-day moving average at the 0.8073. For Harmony 1, let's look at PAXG USD. This one is pegged to gold, so gold must be down. Well, it's pretty much sideways action for quite some time in this range here between the support and resistance. So we have support down there to 1882.77. And we're going to look down here at resistance at the 1892.12. Let's have a look at Bitcoin dominance. BTC.D, massive move. Lots of, what is that, 1.54%. So we've been gradually increasing here every 4 hours. These are all 4-hour candles. Is someone is accumulating some Bitcoin, that is for sure. So BTC.D, 44.20% of the market cap at the moment. Heading over to ETHD, quite the opposite, down 1.32%. And so we're at 18.60 of the market cap. And Doge, 2.72% of the market cap, with the total market cap being $1,608 billion. So it looks like somebody sold some ether for BTC. Quite a bit of it, actually. So, folks, that does it for me. Appreciate you stopping by, and apologize for the video, or lack of video yesterday, as I have been traveling, and sometimes things do not match up well technology-wise on the road. That does it for me. Have a great one out there. Trade safe, and I will see you soon.